In this video, I'm going to show you how to go from $0 to $10,000 in profit using Amazon FBA in the shortest amount of time possible. And this video is going to serve as kind of a high-level view of the business model, so I'm not going to go too deep into each individual category, but in the future I will make more detailed videos on things like product sourcing, fulfillment, and then scaling this business to a full-time income. But in today's video, I'm going to be covering all the different ways you can make money selling on Amazon, how you can actually go ahead and create your account, how to pick out winning products and where to source them from, the actual calculations that I use to determine how much money I can make with this business model, getting your products to Amazon and then to the customer, and also some scaling techniques as well. So let's go ahead and jump right into this. The first thing we'll talk about is the different ways you can actually make money selling on Amazon. And I'm sure you've heard the term FBA being thrown around online, but we're going to dive deeper into what that actually means and how it benefits your business. So the term FBA stands for Fulfillment by Amazon, and that's one of the two main fulfillment methods used by Amazon. There's FBA and then there's FBM, which stands for Fulfillment by Merchant. So Fulfillment by Merchant means that if you're an individual retailer, you're shipping your products directly from yourself, the business, to the customer. So if you're selling t-shirts, for example, you're going to have a stack of t-shirts in your warehouse, and then whenever somebody buys your product on Amazon, you're going to go and individually package these t-shirts and ship them out to the customer's address. And FBA, which stands for Fulfillment by Amazon, Amazon's going to handle all the shipping, handling, and storage of your products. So whenever a customer orders one of your products through FBA, it's going to be shipped directly from Amazon's warehouse to them via Amazon Prime shipping. So this way, the product gets to your customer a lot faster. You don't have to do any of the shipping or handling yourself, and Amazon handles all of the customer service. So obviously these are clear benefits to using FBA. The only downside is that it costs a bit more to have Amazon do all these services for you, but it's a much more scalable business in the long term because you're not doing all these individual tasks by yourself. Whereas with FBM, it might be a bit more cost efficient because you're not paying those Amazon fees, but you also have to take into consideration that you're going to be the one that's packaging and shipping all these products on your own, and you'll have to buy all the packaging supplies like the boxes and the tape and the shipping labels by yourself. So obviously both of these have pros and cons, and you don't have to pick just one. Within my Amazon business, I do a combination of both. Now, beyond fulfillment methods, there's the actual business type that you're running through Amazon, and this is going to be one of two things. Either you have your own brand and you're selling your own products, or you're selling other name brand products that are already selling on Amazon, like Nike, Adidas, Dove, Clorox, things like that. And the benefit to that is obviously these big brands already have a reputation and their products are already selling on Amazon. So you don't really have to do any marketing or anything like that. You can just hop on these pre-existing listings and sell these products on Amazon. Whereas if you're selling your own brand and your own products, you have to do all the marketing, create your own listings, and it's really just a lot more expensive and time consuming compared to selling other name brand products. So what I primarily do is sell name brand products that are already selling. And this is the fastest way to actually start making money by selling on Amazon. And to break this down a bit more, when you're selling these name brand products, you can either do what's called an arbitrage business model or wholesale. So with wholesale, you're going to be reaching out to big suppliers, distributors, manufacturers, and buying products in bulk to then sell on Amazon. Whereas with arbitrage, it's the same exact thing. The only thing that changes is where you're buying the products from. So instead of buying them from these big manufacturers, distributors, wholesalers, you're just buying them from retail stores that you would already shop at, like Target, Walmart, Dick's Sporting Goods, Kohl's, things like that. So what a lot of people do, and what seems to be the quickest and easiest way to actually start making money on Amazon, is you want to start with the arbitrage method. And I'm going to show you exactly how you can go ahead and set up your account now and start doing this ASAP. So as you can see here, I have this website pulled up, and this is just sell.amazon.com. And this is where you can sign up for an Amazon seller account. And it's really this simple. All you have to do is just go ahead and click here, sign up. And when you click sign up, it's going to ask you to fill out some personal information, and then you're ready to go. You don't need an LLC or any business type to actually start selling on Amazon, but I would recommend one in the future. However, you can sign up for an individual account, meaning with no business, just by yourself. And then you can always add an LLC to the account later under the tax settings. And this doesn't really affect anything at all as far as actually using the account. It's just for legal purposes. So I'd go ahead and do that. And then at the end, it's going to prompt you to either pick an individual or a professional account. So now that you have the account open, I'm going to jump into how you actually find some profitable listings to start selling on. And this is where it gets into the fun part of the business and where you actually start making money. So actually the quickest way to start selling products on Amazon and start finding some profitable inventory is just to go on Amazon and start looking through products that you might already buy, or just big name brand listings that you would see on Amazon. So I have this random Amazon listing pulled up here, and it looks like it's just some kind of makeup, some kind of SPF makeup. Familiar with makeup, but anyway, you can see on the right here, this is my SellerAmp extension, and this is one of the tools that I use, and I'll link it down in the description below. But basically what this does is it pulls a lot of the data on the actual listing and shows you how many times per month it's selling and how much I would have to buy this for it to be profitable for me to invest into. So now that we have this number, $11.74, that's going to be the maximum amount we can pay pay when we're looking to find this product on other websites. So now all I'm gonna do here is just go over to here and click Google. And this is gonna pull up all the similar listings found on Google. So now it's just your job to search through these and find a listing that's for less than $11.74, because that was our max cost that we can pay on this listing. And I'm gonna make a video where I go much deeper into this concept and show you a bunch of different tools to make this a lot easier, but this is just the surface level of it. So after searching around on Google for a little bit, I found this listing on another website and it looks like it's the same product, but on this website it's selling for $11. So I'm gonna take that $11, go back to my listing, input that here, and that's going to show me that I'm making a 34% ROI if I sell this for $22, and that's $3.74 profit per unit that I'm selling. Now that doesn't sound like a lot, but this listing's selling over 500 times per month. So say I just sell this 100 times per month, I'm making almost $400 per month just on this one listing. So all I would do from here is just go back to this website, order as many as I can for $11, and then try to find more products. So now we're going to move on to the next section, which is fulfillment. And this is how we're going to get the products from you to Amazon to the customer so you can make money. And it's not as simple as just sending your products directly to Amazon. They have to go somewhere first, so Amazon knows which one of their sellers the product is coming from. So basically the products just have to be labeled before they're sent in. So what I started doing when I first started my business, and what most people do, is just have the product shipped to their house first. So say if I bought that makeup that I showed in the previous example, I would have all 100 units that I bought shipped to my house. I would put individual barcodes on each one of them that are provided by Amazon. So I would just print those out, label each individual unit, which I'll cover more in a later video, and then ship all 100 of them off to Amazon. And then from there, I'm done. After Amazon receives your products that you send them, they handle everything else from that point on. So whenever a customer places an order, you don't have to do anything. Amazon's going to handle all the logistics and shipping and handling on that product. Now, a lot of people that I've worked with don't want to have the product shipped to their house, or they physically can't because they're in an apartment or a small space that they live in. So in this situation, you could use what's called a prep center. And a prep center is basically just a third-party logistics company, and they're going to receive all these products for you, label them for you, and then ship them to Amazon for you. And it's extremely cheap to use one of these. I'm going to make a video in the future showing exactly how to use a prep center and how to get that set up, but for now, just know that's an option. And in the beginning, I would recommend, if you can, have the product shipped to yourself first at your house, so you can at least get familiar with how the shipping to Amazon process works. That way, in the future, if you ever have any issues with a prep center, you'll know exactly what's going on and how to fix that issue. From there, it's really just a rinse and repeat process. What I just showed you is all you need to know to start, operate, and scale an Amazon FBA business. There's really no secrets or hacks that's going to get you to $10,000 per month instantly. It's literally just a matter of finding as many products as possible that you can sell, buying the inventory, sending it in, having it sold, and then you're done. Just make sure that when you're buying inventory, you need to make sure that 1, it's selling, 2, there's not too much competition, and 3, you're getting it for a profitable margin. But if you can do that, you can repeat the same process over and over. On the listing we pulled up earlier, we made about $400, and if you're good at product sourcing, you should be able to find at least 1 or 2 listings like that per day. So from there, it's just a matter of having the money to put into this product inventory, because unlike dropshipping or other business models, you have to actually buy the inventory first before you can actually go ahead and send it into Amazon and sell it. So for most people, this is one of the big limiting factors. But with this, there's only 2 variables that determine how much money you can make with this business model. It's just your ability to find profitable inventory and how much money you have to put into that inventory. Because if you're making a set 30% ROI per month doing this business model, it then just becomes a matter of how many products you can find and how much money you can dump into this to maximize your returns. So those are the only 2 things I would focus on. Ways to find more products, which can include hiring a virtual assistant, for example, or using different sourcing tools, or using AI. Or if it's just a matter of capital, you can look into things like business credit cards with a 0% APR for the first year. But if you take anything away from this video, I want it to be this. If you can just get good at this one skill of product sourcing, think about how many hours you would spend at a normal day at a normal 9-to-5 job. You're working 8 hours a day, right? But with this, if you can put in a fraction of the time, say just 2, 3, 4 hours a day, just looking for products and refining your skills, you should have no issue finding 1, 2, 3 products a day, like the one I showed you in that previous example. So it becomes very black and white what you need to do. And that's the great thing about this specific Amazon business model. There's no marketing, there's no other variables. It's just your ability to find profitable products and the money you have to put into these products. But the great thing about this business model is it's going to compound month after month. So even if you don't have a ton of money to start, if you're making 30% on your money each month, that's going to grow extremely fast. People always talk about putting money into the stock market and getting compound interest with that, but that's only 10% per year on a good year. With this, you have the ability to make 30% plus per month, and that's going to compound much faster. So don't get discouraged if you're just getting started, you don't have a ton of money. I started with only a couple $1,000s, and within a year, I was able to scale this up to a 7-figure business. But to summarize this video, if you can just lock in and find a couple profitable products every few days, you can really scale this up and make a lot of money over time. And like I said, in future videos, I'm going to break this down in more detail, but from a high level, this is how you start this business and scale it to $10,000 in profit. And if you got any value out of this video, please subscribe and check the description to learn more.